family, you heard the music. You know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Love Always Wins podcast. My name is Jacob Dowdell Jr., a.k.a. Mr. Love Always Wins. And as usual, I'm joined by the world's greatest human being.
Hello, beautiful people. I am your girl, Katrina Montez Dowdell, Mrs. Love Always Wins.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome back to another episode of the Love Always Wins podcast. We're super excited as usual. And look, it's the Christmas season.
Look at this beautiful Christmas tree.
This is a beautiful, beautiful tree that my husband, one of the decorations, my wonderful husband, surprised me with. Thank you, honey. This is beautiful.
It is.
We are looking like Christmas today, right? All red and white. You ready for this episode?
I am ready.
I am ready. And because it is the Christmas season, we thought it would be fitting to talk about Christmas memories today. Christmas memories.
I'm excited about this one.
Christmas
because
memories.
This one takes me back in the Wayback Machine.
Way back. Well, we want to go ahead and get the first one done out the way, said.
Okay.
Spoken. Let the people know what's your very first number one memory.
Okay, my number one Christmas memory. My first BMX bicycle. I was so excited.
Oh, that's your first one?
That's
the most memorable one?
The first one I can think of.
The most memorable.
Yeah.
The most memorable Christmas that you've had ever in your life?
For me.
Oh, for you. Oh.
Right. Going way back.
Oh, way back. Well, what about present day and then going way back? What's present day?
Present day, my first Christmas with you.
Oh, really?
Did you see how your boy just...
Wow.
But that was a Christmas beyond Christmas because we went international that year.
We did. You want to say that one for last then?
Okay.
That was awesome.
Okay,
go way back then.
Going way back, right? My first BMX bike, man, everybody in the neighborhood, it had blue spokes. I was like, woo! Wow. I felt like I was like high class.
Mm-hmm. So did you already know how to ride a bike?
Yep, I knew how to ride a bike, but we just got our regular bike. But back then, we made our own bikes.
How'd you do that?
We would take other bikes, pull them apart, and put them together. Now, you're a young buck, so you may not know this one.
Yeah.
You know it's got Evel Knievel.
Yes, I do.
So
I do. You thought you were Evel Knievel?
Yes.
Jumping over ramps and stuff like that?
Mm. That's how a lot of the kids in my neighborhood got broke arms and stuff like that.
Right.
But, then we thought we were in a motorcycle gang. So we scavenged other bikes. And you had the forks on the front, and you took the forks off the front of a old beat up bike, and you put it on yours. So you had a chopper. You had laid back like you in a motorcycle gang. And then I remember my dad saying, "I'm going to get you a BMX bike." What?
Really?
Because I was like, Big Jake ain't going to spend no money.
Right.
Now, I already know that ain't going to happen.
You got a BMX bike.
Yeah. I woke up that morning and I saw it. I was like, what? That was the first time I thought I had died and just gone to heaven.
Wow. That's good. And how old were you?
I was about 12.
Okay.
And I remember my brothers and sisters, they were like, ooh, I think we done hit the lottery or something.
Wow, that's good. I asked if you knew how to ride a bike because I remember one Christmas when I got a bike. I don't think I knew how to ride a bike at that point. But I try every day, and every day I got a new mark on my leg going straight down.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Like
about.
I'm like, oh my God, I think I still got some of those marks today. But yeah, so
Oh,
that's good.
let me.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll kiss it later.
So you know what? Every Christmas for me growing up was special. Like my mom always went out her way to get my sister and I whatever we wanted.
Look, my mom would cook for us. Like we didn't have a lot, right? You know, you don't know that you're economically disadvantaged because they made sure, like my grandma Jessie, it was sweet potatoes.
Yeah, you told me about that.
She
gave you a sweet potato for Christmas.
A big sweet potato. Man, wow. I was like, woo, yes.
Everybody gets sweet potatoes.
Yes. I was like, who don't get this for Christmas?
Aww.
And you get the big sweet potato. And, you know, I had so many brothers and sisters. And the thing was, my grandma was like, hey, you come on in here and you just eat it.
Wow. A sweet potato for Christmas. Okay.
Yeah.
And you loved it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I remember my sister and I used to, I don't know if we would look for where my mom hid our stuff or we would just happen to find it. But we always knew. And then of course, we didn't believe in Santa Claus, but my mom would wait until we go to sleep. And then we would wake up the next morning and everything would be under the tree.
Let me tell you.
It's time.
My dad, Big Jake, that was his side hustle. Santa Claus.
Wow.
And he would go to the extreme of throwing stuff on top of the house.
Really?
Yeah. Now we just went hunting and, you know, harvested some reindeer. I'm like, we shot the deer. Sorry, Peter.
Poor Rudolph.
Yeah.
Poor Rudolph. Wow. Okay. So you also told me when you went hunting for the first time.
Yes.
That was during Christmas time too.
Yeah. We would go hunting all the time. And I had a pellet gun. So, you know, everybody else, boom, 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 bink.
That was you.
So my thing was like when we were going to harvest squirrels, right? So the squirrels were up in the nest. My job was to take my pellet gun and shoot up in the nest.
Okay, I think that's enough to talk about shooting animals. That was my steps telling me that I get my steps in. I was like, who's it?
But
okay. So
the hard part was not that, but it was getting everything ready to go. And so the day I was going on a hunting trip and I had my little pellet gun and my dad like, no, that ain't gonna do for this trip. I'm like, well, what? It's all I got. I got to bring some back to the family. And he said, your gun is in the truck. I'm like, no, it's right here in my hand.
Oh, so he surprised you with the new one.
Yeah. And he surprised me with a 16 gauge shotgun. Wow. Man. He said, you a man now. Oh, God.
So were you excited about the gun? Were you nervous about using the gun?
No.
You knew exactly what
Let me tell you something. My dad said I was a man.
Oh.
I was 12 years old. I passed out. I was like, I'm a man
Well,
now.
Of course you were a man because you started working at 5. 12-year-old? Yeah, that's full-grown man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. So another memorable one for me, fast forwarding to my kids, is when we went on our Christmas cruise. And I told you about how Darion was like maybe 5 and he was with the kids on the cruise and they were in line waiting to see Santa Claus. We saw him on stage. They put on a little performance. And Santa Claus came out and Darion ran from the back of the line all the way to the front. He was like, I am not waiting. He took off, and we was like, oh my God, look at him. That was so funny. But yeah, that Christmas cruise was so good.
Nice.
So I encourage everybody to, if you can, go on a cruise for Christmas. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Another one that I want you to share, the new teachers.
I'll share that one a little later. But let me go to this one.
Okay.
Since you mentioned some with your kids.
Oh, yeah.
My Christmas memory with my kids was a time we actually built a igloo.
Mm-hmm.
I had a house built in Virginia. Mm-hmm. Some of you may remember Snowmageddon in Virginia. Man, it was. I had just had the house built, and we had just got in it just a couple of days before Snowmageddon hit. And my youngest son, he's always been very adventurous. This is the same son who goes to Yellowstone National Park to round up buffalo. Yeah. And he's like, Dad, we should build an igloo. And I was like, build an igloo?
How you do that?
So, I was an engineer. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, we're going to do it. So I got a cooler. Mm-hmm. I got a cooler, and it makes perfect blocks. So got the cooler, start filling it up, building the walls up, and then we got up to the top.
Wow. A full igloo.
We built a full igloo in my front yard.
Okay. Wow. That is memorable.
That is very memorable.
Oh, now share the one about the teachers, because that was funny.
Yes. Speaking of igloos, when I was in Guam, I was the director of new teacher orientation. And I was like, man, I got to give the new guys something to relax. And there was a company in Guam that we used for sports, and it was called High Times.
High Times.
Mm-hmm. So it was supposedly a relaxation thing. They had, we had the dark pool. Mm-hmm. You go in there and you float in the dark pool. You ever did one of those?
I did not.
It's a sensory deprivation thing.
Okay.
It's all black. They have a tent over a pool, and or about 700 pounds of sea salt.
Oh, wow.
And you just float in the darkness.
Ooh.
And then put a little music on. Yeah, you get in touch with yourself.
Yeah. But it's cold in there? Is it cold?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's
room temperature.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And I had always heard and seen such good things out of him. So we went, I think it was 10 of them. And we went into the Crystal Cave. There was a room that they had like crystals all in, and some couches and things like that. And we went in there, and we were sitting back, and they had the music going. And they said, we're gonna pipe in some smells for you guys. You're gonna really enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Now, about 30 minutes into it, one of the ladies like, ooh, this is wonderful. About an hour into it, one of the ladies like, this is the most relaxing thing I've ever experienced in my life. And we stayed in there.
How were you feeling?
I felt really good.
Okay.
And I said to myself, hey, I've only felt like this one other time.
Which was?
Yeah, I was in Central America enjoying some of the vegetation.
Some of the vegetation. High time.
Right, high time.
Okay.
And I went outside, and the guy's like, man, do you guys have a ride for everybody? And I was like, what do you mean? He said, you do know what we do here.
So you did not realize why it was called High Times. What were the scents?
They had CBD.
CBD.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all were getting high.
Yes.
And did not know it.
I mean, we were high as
lit.
Kid, let me tell you something.
Lit.
Litty lit.
That is hilarious.
It was. And luckily, one of the ladies her husband had a 15-pack van.
Okay.
And he came and picked us all up.
Wow, a bunch of high teachers during Christmas time.
Let me tell you something. One of the ladies bust out in the back. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
That sounds so much fun. Like so much.
It was so much fun.
So much fun, man.
They were crying and they were so excited. They were like, I'm never leaving Guam.
Man, I wonder if they have one of those around here somewhere. For when
I hope they do.
When I get out the military, I can test it out. Okay. So that was good. I like that. I like that. So if you ever want to light up some things and see some lit things for Christmas besides a tree, go search out some of those high time places near you. That's good. That's good. Okay. So our most recent memorable Christmas, 2022. Anybody who knows us knows that our 2022 was the best year ever
of my life.
Yeah, me too. And
Christmas was just.
It was so good.
The culmination of that.
Yeah. So that was when we were in Guam. When I was in Guam visiting him for Christmas. It was like everything about it was fun. He was cutting up in the movie theater that we had to ourselves. That's when we went to, it was a Whitney Houston movie.
Right. And
I hope I can find that video so I can show it. And this dude cutting up. You took off your shirt and everything. Yes. Running down, singing. Crazy, just crazy. Then we went to our favorite spot with our favorite DJ, dance. We had our Christmas sweaters. I think we're watching the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
Steelers won.
Steeler Nation.
Then we went to the Philippines. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's traffic in the Philippines.
Okay, before we get to the traffic, let's get to the airport. First of all, you was cutting up because it was during COVID and they wanted you to fill out all that stuff. Cutting up. I was like, if you don't just fill these papers out before you get arrested. So then we finally got through the security point. You want to cause a scene on the escalator with your little, carrying his little,
my bag, my plastic bag.
It was, yeah. I'm like, why do you have all that stuff in that bag? Drops everything.
My snack bag.
Dropped the whole snack bag, just stuff tumbling down the escalator. And oh my God, it was so funny. I really hope I can find that video. And it was like a game. He was trying to pick it up before he hit the bottom. So that was funny. The traffic.
Ooh, that was scary.
Once we got to that resort, that hotel, wherever we was like, we're done. But it was perfect because it was connected to a casino.
The Mall of America.
And all that stuff. So we didn't have to go back out in that crazy traffic. What was your favorite moment about the Philippines? Okay. Our massage. That's a long story.
Yeah. That's one we'll have to share when we do our first event.
That's a whole, like, oof. That was an incident. Our workouts.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The photo shoot.
by the photographer. Always.
That would be me.
That would be you. So yeah, great moments and memories.
And great food there. Remember that?
Oh, the food.
The hotel
director
of the hotel came out once he found out she was a vegan because their general manager was vegan.
A vegan, yep.
And he went back and had the chef prepare.
Whip me up.
I wasn't even a vegan at that time.
Every day I had a special meal.
I was like, wow. Maybe I should tell him I'm vegan too.
Right. It was great. Like, yeah, I was catered to for sure. That was a great moment. Mm-hmm. That was a great moment. Oh, we didn't talk about the first class up and back.
Yeah.
The first class flying there and flying back. Yeah, it was.
We flew Philippine Airlines, and let me tell you, Philippines Airlines first class.
Oh yeah. That was great. Great time. So we encourage you to create your own Christmas memories. It's never too late. You can reflect on those memories that you already have, but create more memories.
Mm-hmm. But I'm looking forward to this Christmas.
Me too.
I just called. I had a great call with my friend Ray Miller, and so now this is when you know people are down with you. Mm-hmm. He lives in Tampa, but he's going to drive up to see us in Orlando, and that's about it's like a 3.5 hour drive. Mm-hmm. So he's like, man, you're that close. I'm not going to let you be that close and we don't get a chance to see you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's when you know people consider your time.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That is true. Because, I know a lot of people can relate to you come in town and be like, oh, come by and see me. I just flew or drove these many hours to get there. Why you can't come see me? So yeah, you're right about that.
I'm going to get a chance to see my best friend since pre-K, Gerald Bryant. Yeah. We're going to help celebrate his birthday. He was born on the 8th, right? Mm-hmm. But we're going to go down and get a chance to have lunch with him. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to have the Guam Greek Council reunion because my friend April Slade, she got promoted to head of pre-K for kindergarten through 12th grade in the 12th largest district in the country.
That's big.
Duval.
That's big.
So we're going to see her, our friend Ebony Bozeman. Mm-hmm. We're going to get a chance to see her. And I get to see my friend Bobby.
Yeah. So we are looking forward to creating more Christmas memories on our road trip from Columbia, South Carolina, all the way to Orlando, Florida. And we're taking our time. We're stopping to smell the roses.
Yeah.
And to meet with friends and family.
Along the way.
Yeah, along the way. So, yeah, create your memories. Enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy your family and friends. And we are looking forward to our next episode with some of those family and friends that we're going to be meeting along the way in Florida. So, yeah. Anything else, honey?
These hoodies that you designed,
they are popping, right?
They look great.
They're popping for Christmas
but
time.
You got to coordinate. You got the red pants.
Yep.
I got my red watch.
You do. I see you. What you love always wins.
Bang.
Yeah, bang bang. So yeah, while we're talking about this, let me say before we end, if you want your Love Always Wins podcast gear or your just a Love Always Wins shirt, go check us out on moreencouragement.com. That's MOR encouragement.com. Check us out.
Yeah.
All right. So we share this information with you guys because we want to encourage you, inspire you, empower you, and we love you because
Love always
wins.
wins.
We'll see you next time. Bye.